It's my first year here, so definitely something heavily anticipated when they said we were going to be here. I look forward to it. It's definitely a team bonding kind of thing, getting away from your home. Only thing I miss is my bed, but other than that, I enjoy being around the guys and getting back to football.
I know it's early. What have you seen going up against a guy like Kyrie Elam, the young rookie first-round pick?
I mean, it's only day 2, so I feel like we got a lot to build off of, just as far as like as a team and as a unit. As far as like individual, he's a good player. He was drafted in the first round. Of course, they're going to expect a lot out of him immediately, but I feel like he's up to the task, and I hope we can build off of it.
With Ken taking over as offensive coordinator now,
I think something's in my nose. We'll go
with
ahead.
Ken taking over as offensive coordinator, what have you noticed in terms of the difference, and how much of an adjustment do you think there is for the offense?
I think it's a lot of things. Actually, similar more than the difference because they were kind of underneath. He was a QB coach, so he kind of kept things predominantly the same as far as terminology and language, just so we didn't have to relearn a lot of the stuff. But I don't really know. I'm not in the quarterback OC room. I'm just doing what I'm told. So I just feel like he's doing a great job. We just taking, like I said, we're just building off it brick by brick. It's only day 2. You know what I'm saying? Around like day 17, day 16, I'll let you know.
They've always moved you around pretty well in the offense. With Cole being gone, I mean, Cole you could count on was in the slot all the time, and rightfully so. But I mean, you see moving around maybe even more in different spots.
Well, no, I think they're just gonna keep me in one spot the whole time.
How much do you think Gabe Davis's performance in that playoff game was a launching point and prepared him for what should be a bigger role this year?
I don't think it was necessarily that game because, as we all knew, especially his first year, we knew he carried himself as a professional. He stacked every day, and everybody on this team not only respected the game but knew he was a talented receiver. It wasn't more so that game because he had the ability before that. You saw it week in and week out, especially as a receiver. You get to see a guy every day. So it was more so everybody else saw it rather than we saw it because I wasn't surprised of anything that he did that game. He had a hell of a game, but right now Gabe is having a hell of a career if you consider it for a young guy. You know what I'm saying he stepped in as a young guy, was playing early, and that second year all he did was take the second year jump to me at least. And I wasn't surprised by it at all. I just felt like he was just doing what he had been doing. Just everybody got to see it at a higher level.
How have you seen him step up, perhaps even more, this offseason coming into this camp? Or have you?
I mean, kind of like when I said earlier, like it's day 2. But as far as like my personal relationship with Gabe, I watch him put a lot of time in the offseason. I watch him hone in on the things I feel like he felt like was weaknesses, and he kind of took it day by day. You know what I'm saying? It translates now. We all just trying to get on the same page right now. It's more so every league year starts different. This is a brand new team, a lot of new pieces. Some pieces are gone. So as far as like starting over again and building that clay. So as far as like individual, Gabe is a hell of a player. He's talented. You know what I'm saying? And, we got a hell of a quarterback. We got some running backs. We got some receivers. But it all goes into not putting the carriage before the horse. You know what I'm saying?
Stefon, you've had different coordinators throughout your stops in your career. What is the key to making sure when you have a new coordinator to get everybody on the same page as quick as possible? What has been the common denominators to do that?
I guess communication. I would say communication is everything, especially from an OC standpoint. Just trying to convey the message on what kind of offense you want to have, what kind of identity you want to have, and that's something that not only Coach McDermott does, but everybody's echoing. And what kind of identity you want to have, what kind of team you want to have, and you just take it day by day because you don't come out and figure out who you are day 1 and day 2, but you can kind of start laying the foundation on what kind of team you want to be, and they do a great job of bringing in the right kind of players, with their right mindset of not putting the carriage before the horse, putting a lot of time in, and that's what you got to do in order to be a good team. You got to stack those days, you know what I'm saying, and build that identity. So you just take it one day at a time.
There were a couple of times early in practice that the offense was struggling a little bit. You seemed to step up and get in the middle of guys and ask them to kind of amp their energy up a little bit. But how have you seen yourself kind of grow into that leadership role since you got here?
I mean, I feel like I've been that guy as far as like sense of urgency, one play at a time. You know what I'm saying? I echo it to my quarterback. I echo it to everybody. I never want to have a low, and I never want to ride that roller coaster because throughout games and throughout practice, you're gonna have those ebbs and flows of good plays, bad plays, good plays, bad plays. So I kind of try to stay even keel and keep the energy positive, breathe confidence in the guys to the left and to the right of me. So when you're making plays, feel excited about it, be happy about it. You kind of get caught up with just doing your job right, and especially the twos and the threes, they be like this, I'm just trying not to mess up. So when you do something well, you need to be happy, you need to celebrate. And when you score a touchdown, you need to give me some energy. So as far as like those lows in practice, that's my job. That's part of my job. I feel like as an individual and part of this team, I can't let nobody be dry in a sense.
Understanding the sample size is small and obviously a relationship with his brother, what have you seen from James and his skill set and how he could maybe potentially help his team?
A lot of similarities. They, as we know, the other four is a hell of a running back in this league. One of the best running backs in my opinion. I used to argue all the time, was he top 3 or top 2? And I used to be like, well, I feel like he's one, he's the best running back, he can do everything. And it's the little that I'll say, I've seen a little bit of it the past couple of days. I saw some in the spring. What they say, the apple don't fall far from the tree. So I think we got a good one. Hopefully, it pans out. But he's done some great things. He's a professional. He looks smooth. He's smooth running back. And hopefully he can add to this offense that we got.
You're entering your third year now with Josh. You certainly have a good chemistry and rapport. What is the next step, though, in the evolution of your relationship and chemistry on the field?
Yeah, I mean, I felt like even in the first year, people would say you got to kind of, you need a lot of reps and you need a lot of time. But it's more so you just got to be on the same page with a guy. When it comes down to playing ball, all y'all know Josh Allen is a gamer. I'm saying he's a football player. So as far as like being a football player out there, being on the same page, it's all communication. And going into the third year, it's about dominating. That's my mindset. I don't want to lose. I never want to lose. I heard you, Coach. I never want to lose. But with him, staying where we need to be as far as Josh is super hard on himself as well. Good play, bad play, not riding that roller coaster. Your next play is your best play. And I believe that, that's my quarterback. I'm rocking with him regardless. I just want to dominate it. I don't want to lose.
He's become a celebrity in some ways.
Yeah.
Like he's really grown.
He big shit.
How have you seen him still be Josh, while dealing with the experience, the whole Josh experience that surrounds him?
I feel like he's the same person. I mean, kind of similar to the Gabe situation. Everybody else get to see. Everybody knows you. But as far as like being that same person, you don't change. He's still the same person I know that loves to golf, loves to do everything he loves to do. When more people know you, you just got more eyes on you. And he's the same. He's the same guy. Some people that they say money doesn't change you. Money makes you more of the person that you already are. So he's the same person. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the money. It wasn't people knowing him. He's a good guy. He's a goofball. So I know he big shit though.
When we first talked to Khalil Shakir, he said he wasn't going to pretend to be cool because he's a big STEFON Diggs fan. On the same team. And once again, understanding the sample size is small. What have you seen from him and how he could potentially be implemented here?
He's a professional. He's a young guy, so he's trying not to F up. So I'm super hard on those guys just because I see some potential. When I see some potential in those young guys, I just want the best out of them. And you never know how this thing is going to shake out. Guys get injured or guys get tired. You never know when you need those guys to step up. Like earlier, he had to go in after I caught a pass, and having that confidence in those young guys that I can sit him in there and he's not gonna mess up. You know what I'm saying? So he's been doing a good job so far. Knock on wood. So hope this is wood. But I hope he continues to grow and stack those bricks. Young guys gonna be young guys, but you know what I'm saying? I'm pulling for him always.
How was your DC event?
Oh, it was awesome. I'm trying to build off it. Actually, I had 70 plus black vendors, entrepreneurs, promoting entrepreneurship. This day and age, everybody want to work for themselves. So, trying to give them an avenue to, not only make a difference on my end, but I believe in making a difference is, putting money in people's pocket.
I was going to ask you similar. You also had a chance to have a camp for young kids back in your hometown.
Yeah.
How personally rewarding is that for you to be able to find ways to contribute to your community that way and in that other event as well?
I think it's part of my responsibility. As far as like having a platform is one, and using it effectively to make a difference or making change is another. So a lot of my initiatives are geared to women and kids. I feel like those are the most impactful. As men, we got to stand on our own 10, kind of got to figure it out. And I always try to be there for the people who might be less fortunate or might just need an opportunity. So using my platform effectively, and those kids, you don't never know. Those kids being close to you, you might see the next Adrian Peterson, the next star in those kids, and giving them something to do outside of being outside. Might be having a little fun, but might be getting in trouble as well. So for me, it's creating another avenue, creating another vantage point for people to just to better themselves.
You set personal goals, stats, because you had the greatest receiving season in Bills history 2 years ago.
It was all right.
You see yourself doing that again? You set the
I don't-
bar even higher?
I mean, I had that conversation with Coach Davis when he was there my first year. In my second year, I don't set individual goals because I put a lot of work into my craft. So, and you never know how it's going to shake out. As far as it all comes down to opportunity and being ready for the opportunity. And the plays coming your way, just make them. Setting goals kind of feel like if you fall anything underneath those goals, you didn't do good enough. And I don't live in that world. I live in a world of my preparation gonna carry me over. That's where I get my confidence from. It's from my preparation. So I wonder who's right there where they screaming. Hopefully it's Vaughn. There we go. I said, yeah, I don't live in a world of setting goals. I got some team goals. That's for damn sure. We all know. But individual, nah, I'll be all right.
You feel you make guys around you better, like we talk about a point guard basketball and other guys' numbers reflect what you bring to the table?
I try not to live in that world either. I tell Lil Dirty all the time, like, only reason you're getting the ball is because I'm getting you open. But I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding because, those guys put in a lot of time as well. But that's part of being a leader, in my eyes. How good are you making the guys around you? I'm saying not only individually, but can you get more out of a young guy? Can you get more out of an older guy? I'm saying, as far as like pushing them, like a guy like Tavon Austin. Tavon Austin in my city is a legend. I'm saying, and back at home at least. He's from Baltimore. I'm on the other side, but he's a legend. I'm saying, and having the chance and opportunity to play with him, how can you derive or bring some motivation to the table? How can you continue to push him, and how can he push me? So for me, I try not to live in that world, but I damn sure going to die behind. I get a little dirty open.
Last one for
you mentioned
Stefon.
you don't have individual goals.
Yeah.
But there are obviously team goals. And with the experience that you've been able to amass with this group and the step this franchise has taken, how ready, I realize it's early, but do you feel this group is to take that next step?
I would say we got some experience. I'm saying we got experience getting to kind of where we want to go. Do we have the team? 100%. Do we have the people? Yes. Do we have the coaches? Yes. I mean, but it's onus is on us in the preparation and kind of building it day by day. I don't have individual goals for a reason because I set a standard for myself that I'm supposed to do well. You know what I'm saying? I expect to do well. I don't expect to do anything but catch the ball and get open and that kind of thing. But for the team, that's why I'm saying pushing the guy next to you. We've been places. Have we been where we wanted to go? No. So you know where we're trying to go. Thanks, boy. Appreciate your time.